The energy industry has a problem. Actually, it has a lot of problems. I mean, electricity demand is growing. Data centers need power. AI data centers need even more power. Utilities are warning about capacity shortages. Everyone agrees we need more generation. But here's a question nobody seems to be asking. How are we actually going to build all of it? Not on paper, not in a PowerPoint presentation, not in a government announcement. Actually build it. Because I've spent my career around construction projects. I'm an IBEW electrician. I've managed major power generation projects. I've dealt with contractors, schedules, workforce planning, and labor relations. And I can tell you from experience that a project isn't real until crews are on site and work is getting done. Today, one of the biggest challenges facing the energy industry isn't technology, it's execution. And one of the biggest threats to execution is labor. Let's get into it. No matter where you look, the conversation is the same. Artificial intelligence is driving demand for new data centers. Electric vehicle charging continues to expand, and utilities are forecasting higher electricity demand than they expected just a few years ago. The common answer to all these challenges is pretty simple. Build more generation, build more infrastructure, build more projects. And on the surface, hey, that sounds great. But anyone who has actually worked in construction knows that building projects is a lot different than announcing projects. The labor challenge is real. Power generation needs electricians, equipment operators, project managers, commissioning specialists, and a whole lot of other skilled workers. Many of these projects rely on the same workforce. Whether you're building a utility-scale solar farm, a new manufacturing facility, a data center, or transmission infrastructure, you're often drawing from the same pool of qualified workers. And while demand for new infrastructure continues to grow, the number of experienced workers available to build it isn't growing at the same pace. That's creating labor constraints that can impact project schedules, cost, and ultimately how quickly new generation can come online. That's not politics. That's not opinion. That's the reality of the labor market. When labor becomes scarce, several things happen. Projects, they take longer. Costs, those increase. And margins shrink. Travel and per diem expenses increase, and companies spend more time recruiting and less time building. I've seen this firsthand throughout my career. You can have the best project in the world, the best financing, the best technology, the best business case. But if you can't get enough qualified people to build it, the project slows down, sometimes significantly. Now, if you're listening to this and thinking, okay, Russ, labor's a challenge, what's the alternative? Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you're developing a utility-scale solar project. Instead of shipping thousands of individual parts to the site and spending months assembling them piece by piece, what if large sections of the solar array arrived already assembled and pre-wired? What if those sections could be unfolded, connected, and deployed in a fraction of the time required by traditional construction methods? What if a small crew of, say, 3 or 4 people could deploy maybe 1.5 megawatts of solar capacity per week? Think about what that means. Less labor, less housing, less per diem, less equipment, less weather exposure, and less schedule risk. And perhaps more importantly, power generation that comes online faster. That's the type of thinking that's beginning to reshape how some solar projects are being built today. And when I first saw this deployment approach, one of the things that stood out immediately wasn't the technology. It was the simplicity. As someone who's spent years around construction projects, I know that every additional labor hour introduces cost, complexity, and risk. So when you can dramatically reduce the amount of field assembly required, you change the economics of the project. You improve safety, and you reduce schedule pressure. And you also allow those skilled workers to focus on higher value tasks instead of repetitive assembly work. That's a big deal in an industry facing workforce constraints. The bottom line is this: the demand for electricity is growing. The pressure to deploy projects faster is growing. And labor constraints aren't going away anytime soon. That's forcing the industry to rethink how projects are designed, constructed, and deployed. The companies that figure out how to reduce labor requirements, accelerate schedules, improve safety, and get projects online faster are going to have a significant competitive advantage. If you're evaluating a utility-scale solar project, a large C&I project, data center, manufacturing facility, or any project where actual economics matter, which is all of them, we'd be happy to take a look. NextGen Clean Energy Solutions works with developers, EPCs, engineering firms, utilities, project owners, and energy users to evaluate this alternative deployment option and determine whether it makes sense for a specific project. Not every project is a fit, but when it is, the benefits can be significant. If you'd like us to evaluate your project, just reach out to us, info@nextgencleanenergy.com. Send us some basic information about your project, and we'll be happy to have a conversation about whether this approach could be a fit. Because reducing labor requirements, shortening schedules, and improving project economics matter. Think about it. We'll catch you next time.